When it comes to owning a home, you never know when you'll need to replace those roofs or your gutters. Luckily, Cervices LLC helps this process by educating homeowners about insurance restoration. Joining me now to talk more is owner Dana Brown. Dana, I'm sure your phone is ringing off the hook today with all of this crazy weather that we can't control.
I'm sure you're right. It is definitely going to be a busy day around our office. But we're grateful to be here and be able to share with your viewers some of the things that we know that they need to know, especially on days like today. So yeah, as you had said, that you can't control where you are or when something is going to hit your area. So the things that you can control become all that much more important.
Right.
So for us, kind of the message that we want to get out today is that knowledge is power, right? So there's no way around the fact that when weather like this hits, you're going to be nervous. You're going to be watching out for your property, watching out for your loved ones, of course, and taking the steps to keep everybody safe. But after the storm event passes, the things that you need to know now to be able to handle things after a catastrophic weather event comes around you. So an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, as they say. And so we're all about education. I was a former teacher, and we definitely want to get the word out to folks in advance so that they can know what their insurance company covers. They can know the details of their policy. They can know who they're supposed to call. Is there a dedicated claims line? Is there do you need to call your agent first? You know, the particulars of how your insurance carrier arranges things matters, because being on the front side of that damage is going to go a long way towards making sure that exterior damage does not also become interior damage.
Yeah, that's a big one. I know a lot of older homes, I mean newer homes as well, as soon as you hear that rain, it's like the floodgates open, and that's just a nightmare for so many people. But really, education is really the cornerstone of your business, and trying to stay on top of it, so then when the damage does happen, you know exactly what to do.
And there's some statistics, something about, you know, like 5 claims in an average person's lifetime that they're going to end up going through on their homeowners policy. That could be anything from, you know, a weather event, you know, roof, gutter, siding type thing. It could be something, you know, to do with power outages or you know, heaven forbid, fires, anything like that. But most people, if they're lucky, only need a company like ours a couple of times in their lifetime. So their familiarity with this sort of thing isn't as high as maybe it would be in some other areas of insurance in their policies. But we really try to get homeowners good information. We actually have I think there were some graphics on the screen a minute ago, the insurance restoration guide. So kind of a guide to the things that you need to know but may not, just because necessity hasn't forced that yet. But these are also available on our website, so people can go to cervicesllc.com, and there is a link to download those, just to have that information available. So hopefully you're not going to need us today. Hopefully it stays nice and cloudy and it doesn't reignite this next round. But if you do, who you choose matters. Make sure you're choosing a company that's local, because a 10-year workmanship warranty doesn't mean a whole lot if the company goes back to wherever home is for them. So make sure you choose the right people and have the right information at hand. And like I say, hopefully nobody needs us by the end of the day today, but just in case they do, we're here.
Yes, and kind of walk me through this little guide here, because I feel like a lot of people, when they get the stuff in the mail about what is all in their coverage and everything, it can just be so bombarding with all this jargon, and I think you make it really easy and really digestible for people.
We try. A lot of us, you know, our insurance premium is wrapped in with our escrow, and so we don't pay any attention. We just go on for the next thing, and as long as it's paid and we can check that box, that's all the detail that we're interested in until it comes time for a claim. So making sure you know if you've got an ACV or RCV policy, making sure you know what those things mean, making sure you know what your deductible is, making sure you know if you've got code upgrade. That is a huge deal. If that becomes an issue for you and you don't have that coverage, you're paying out of pocket for those things that you don't have an option of whether or not you have to upgrade to code. So an ounce of prevention is worth 10 pounds of cure when it comes to something like that. So again, hopefully nobody needs us today, but this is a great warning sign to get out your policy, talk to your agent, figure out exactly what you do have coverage for, and make sure that it matches what you think you have coverage for.
Yeah, because I know that's a nightmare when, you know, half of your roof is blown off and it's not going to be, you have to pay out of pocket for that, or something even more catastrophic.
And you can't make changes once the peril is incurred. So once once you have a need for a claim, your ability to make changes and elect options is gone.
Right, so it's so important to just stay on top of it. Like she said, this guide is actually on their website. So to learn more, just visit cervicesllc.com, and we'll be right back with more Great Day Live after this.